going on, y'all? I said I wasn't really gonna make any more videos regarding this Terence Crawford Errol Spence fight that's coming up, but listen, it's highly anticipated amongst the boxing fans everywhere, all over the world. Everybody want to see how this fight gonna turn out. We got boxing channels giving their opinions. We have other boxing channels that go further into breaking it down, the technical part, like boxing gyms, and you got Matt Fouts and those type of guys that really dig into the fight, like dig into the mechanics of the fight. Me, I'm like one of them channels. I'm not as deep into it as these guys, but I'm knowledgeable in certain things. I've been watching boxing since I was a certain age, and certain fighters, I pay attention to the small little quirks and little holes in their game and stuff. And I definitely see holes in Terence Crawford's game, and there are holes in Errol Spence's game as well. And I also see things that they can capitalize on. So I never really made a key points video, so I'm just gonna talk about some things that I saw with these two dudes that they can probably capitalize on. Now, yesterday, I was just laying around, didn't have much to do, so I went back and I watched. Like I said, I watched quite a few fights again on Terence Crawford. I watched the Benavidez fight. I watched some fights on Errol Spence. Like the Porter, the Ugas fight, things like that. I watched a few of their fights, man, and I came up with some things, man. Some flaws that I see in Terence Crawford, like he overcommits sometimes as well. He does the same thing that similar to Jerron Ennis. Jerron Ennis was doing that a lot when he was fighting Rory Villa. He was overcommitting his shots, and it got me kind of scared, because I'm like, bro, like when a lot of times when they overcommit, they get paused and they stand there, and it's like their chin is laying out there, and that is a recipe for a knockout, even against Terence Crawford. Okay, so Terence Crawford, he does overextend sometimes. He gets hit a lot of times with right hands. And that particularly, that's when he likes to get into his firefights. That happens a lot. He was doing that with Benavidez. He did that with Porter, and a few other fights. He did that too. He got into some exchanges with Kavalaskis. Same thing, and even Victor Postal. Very minimal, but specifically, he was doing that a lot with Benavidez and Sean Porter. All right, he gets clipped when he does that. He does that. And sometimes he lunges in, and he doesn't tuck his chin as well, and he doesn't have his hand up guarding He doesn't have his earmuffs on, so to speak. And as much as a good fighter Terence Crawford is, these are things that are very real, and I've noticed that in his fight game as well. All right, but what he does well is he counters, and he has good pivoting skills, phenomenal work, and good timing. Errol Spence, same thing. Sometimes he overcommits his shots too. Definitely, sometimes he can overcommit his jabs. I've seen him do it a few times, leave himself wide open as well. So Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, sometimes they suffer from that overcommitment thing. And I just find that odd that Boots and Crawford and Spence, all three of them, they do it. They overextend their shots. And if you ain't careful, man, the right person can definitely capitalize on that. And that's why I think in this fight, it's a potential for both of these dudes to hurt each other, man. It's a real strong possibility that they both can get hurt. But I think Spence will probably get hurt quicker than Crawford, because I think Spence makes more mistakes, and he's slower. He's not as good of a counter puncher as Terence Crawford, so I can definitely see that. Okay, but Bug will have to be careful with that lunging in stuff that he does, man, without tucking his chin in. A lot of us, we say Ryan Garcia does it. Ryan Garcia is a novice compared to a Terence Crawford. But even Terence Crawford, like I said, he keeps sometimes he gets caught out there over committing and not having his chin tucked. He does that, and sometimes he doesn't guard himself. He'll leave his hands down when they shouldn't be. And this is Crawford we talk about here. Errol Spence, he does it too. One thing I also noticed though about Errol Spence, uh, he don't like body shots, bro. He does not like body shots. And they always say that, like, like a fighter that is known for power, like, like they used to say that about, like Julian Jackson. They used to say the same thing. He was a power puncher, strong dude. And a lot of times they say that about power punchers. They have exceptional power, but they can't take a hit. A lot of times they can't take punches, or they might be chinny, stuff like that, right? But also, what I did notice too, a lot of dudes don't like it's the body, bro. Go to the body on a lot of these dudes, and you'll see how tough they really are. They can take a shot to the head before they can take one to the body, man. So Errol Spence, he doesn't like body shots at all, and he's the body snatcher, right? And it's funny because he has great body work, and he don't like body shots. Okay, and I think I saw that in the Danny Garcia fight. I definitely saw it against Ugas. Ugas was making them double over. I seen that. Go back and watch those fights. You'll see for yourself. Ugas did it. Sean Porter, I wouldn't say him so much because he didn't really have the power either. But Ugas is not known to punch, and he was making Errol Spence keel over a little bit. He definitely didn't like the body shots. Danny Garcia was giving him good body shots. And even if you go back in his career, he was getting hit by some good shots by Algeria. Was hitting him with some good shots to the body. Larte, I believe, too. When I was watching the Larte fight, not just that part when he rocked him, I see some good work from Larte. Kell Brook, definitely Kell Brook. Kell Brook is a natural welterweight. He's strong. Kell Brook got one of the best 1-2s. Kell Brook was hurting Errol to the body. He was definitely feeling them shots from Kell Brook. So Bud, he has the power to really hurt Errol to the body. That's another thing nobody really talking about. Forget the head, the body shots. Nobody really talking about that. And that is a strong possibility. Errol Spence does not like body shots. Period. You go back and look at these fights I'm talking about. He don't like them. So you can say Spence's cheek and his armor is his body. We talk about Keith Thurman. It's just about how each fighter handles or how punch resistant they are to the body. Keith Thurman, he is very he doesn't handle body shots well at all. Keith Thurman. Errol Spence handles them much better. But even still, I see Errol Spence wincing. I see them double up, double back from getting hit with a body shot. That is from Ugas and shit like that. And one thing to notice, Terence Crawford, he's a good body attack. I just made a video about the body work of Crawford. I think it's underestimated. When he was sparring Adames, go back and watch that spar too. Adames is a naturally big dude, right? Crawford cracked him with a body shot, and he tensed up, bro. He tensed up, closed up, and he whacked him a few times to the body. And you saw Adames didn't really like it too much, man. This is from Mr. Small Terence Crawford here. So I think Crawford's some of his best ways to wear Errol down is gonna be to the body, man. Use those long arms to wear Errol to the body. Keep attacking the body. Press that body. That is going to be the key to slowing up Errol Spence. People keep talking about, Errol Spence, he has his machine, he has a good motor. He does. That's because nobody was there to test his body and really keep wearing away at his body. That's why. But I guarantee you, if Danny Garcia was invested in Errol's body early on in that fight, he would have slowed Errol down. I don't give a fuck how good you are. You're going to slow down for body shots. That's what people need to start doing to Tank, man. You got to hurt them. Every Tank has a chink in his armor, bro. I told people that already. The top of a real tank is the weak part. You know what I'm saying? And the turret, that's the weakest part of a tank. That is how you get to Tank. You got to tear up his body. That's how you do it. Tear his body up. But be ready to take his firepower while you try to get to his body. You see what I'm saying? That's just what it is. All the dudes be fighting, always head hunting. You're not going to always get much out of the head, man. Because you gotta understand, these dudes, when they sparring, they're tightening up their fucking chins and shit like that. That shit is kind of like conditioning their fucking chins. They take a lot more headshots than they do body shots, in my opinion. So Bud is gonna have to go to the body, and Errol Spence, he's gonna have to do what Bud do, catch you in between punches. He gonna have to catch Bud when he got his hands down, when he's lunging in. That's Errol Spence's best bet. Now I told y'all the key I think that they gonna try to pull, the key to try to beat Errol is they gonna try to lure him in with his own bread and butter, the body attacks. I think Crawford's gonna probably counter those attacks, and I think Crawford's gonna end up using what Errol does best against him. I think that's what's gonna happen. You might see Errol pressing forward, and Bud gonna probably let Errol press him. I think Bud is skilled enough where he don't really have to. At some point in the fight, he'll have to press the action a little bit, but for the most part, Errol's gonna come after him, and I think that's when he gonna make him pay when he coming at him. Counter his body shots with body shots. Do that. He has the power to do it. If he can do that, I think he can wear Errol down really quick. He started investing in Errol body early in that fight, like second round. Chop him up. Kind of similar what Devin Haney was doing to Loma. Kind of like just wail away and pound at his body. Use his own medicine against him. The same shit that he's known for, the body snatcher. Okay, well let me snatch your body a little bit now. Let me, all this, Spence is going. He like to fight people in their own game. Okay, now it's time for people to fight Spence in his own game now. Let Crawford invest in the body a whole lot in that fight. You're going to see a big difference. See, I think what Derek James is thinking is they're going to negate all of that by just going in there and trying to steamroll Crawford. I can tell that's what they're going to probably do by listening to the words of Derek James. That's giving me an indicator that they plan on going in there just to bum rush Terence Crawford. It's not going to work like that. That's why I said it's going to be, when you try that, that's going to leave more openings for Bud to act. And that's what's going to happen, man. But definitely, they both got flaws. They need to tighten up on those, and I believe they will, hopefully. Especially Errol Spence, though. Especially Errol Spence. He definitely overextends as well. Both of them do it, man. And that's the part that I hate seeing. I hate seeing boxers overextend, though. That shit just, I don't know, something that does something to me, because I'm like, damn. One of these days, these dudes gonna overcommit, and they're gonna be out there a little too long, and they're gonna get stopped. They're gonna get clipped really good on the chin, and it's gonna put their lights out. And I don't care who it is. It could be Bud or Errol or whoever else, But I just picked up on those things. Like, I just hope y'all go back and check these, fact check this shit. If you don't believe me, go back and look at some of Errol Spence's recent fights and see him get touched to the body. You tell me if he like it or not. The problem is, those dudes that was hitting him to the body, while they did hit him and it seemed like they buzzed him a little to the body, they wasn't consistent with it. They didn't keep it going. And some of them didn't have the power or the consistency to keep chopping away at his body. That's why he didn't get tired, because it wasn't effective. They keep on. They dropped it. They just, okay, he hit him a few times in the body, let him recover. Hit him a few times, let him recover. You got to keep hitting him, keep going. Just keep investing in that body. Chop the tree down. They keep saying he like to chop you down. That's what I mean. Y'all got to chop him down. Okay, bro, you want to chop me down? I'm gonna consistently chop you down in spurts. Errol's not gonna try to chop you down in spurts. He gonna try to chop you down, he'll keep consistently trying to chop you down. It's a distance between chopping you down consistently, chopping you down in spurts, or just hit you to the body once in a while. And that is what Danny Garcia was doing, and that is what Ugas was doing, and a few other fighters. They weren't consistent or sporadically doing it in spurts enough to really hurt him. That's what I think. But anyway, it's your boy Rebel Like Box. Let me know what you think. I'll see y'all later on the next one.